Hi Jeremiah, it's me, Jeremiah. Congratulations on graduating from San Diego State University. This is a video message to myself, which is you in the future. The purpose of this video is to be a reminder of what I learned about leadership, to show how my perspective on leadership has changed, and to tell you what I consider my leadership style to be as of right now. So, first I'll start with the beginning. And in the beginning, there was HTM 201. You remember 201, right? Here's a little reminder if you don't remember. So, 201 was the first time that I was evaluated on how I worked with others in a group. The two group projects that we worked on were the Conquest Airlines and the infamous For the Family event. Throughout 201, I learned about the kaleidoscope competencies and the print numbers. As a result, I was able to learn a lot about myself too. What I learned about leadership from HTM 201 is that everyone has their own leadership style. I realized that there's diversity in leadership based on differences in everyone's background and individual preferences. This brings me to my next point, learning about leadership in HTM 491. In HTM 491, I learned about the various leadership theories. The way I was able to conceptually understand these theories was by relating them to the process of painting. Each one of the theories, I related them to the different steps that it takes to make a painting. And in the end, you frame your painting and you inspire others. From HTM 491, my leadership perspective shifted from one that was more similar to the contingency theory, which states that an individual's leadership style depends on his or her own personality and is thus fixed, to a more complex understanding of leadership, much like the situational leadership theories, which takes into consideration the leader, the follower, and the situation, and reveals that a leader can adjust themselves based on these different factors. Out of all of the theories that we learned about in HTM 491, the two that stood out to me the most were the behavioral-based theories and the situational-based theories, because they allowed me to realize that there was a complexity to leadership that I hadn't understood before. Now I'm going to talk a little bit about each of these theories and how they relate to me. So, first I'll start with the behavioral-based theories. Behavioral-based theories of leadership focus on the actions of the leaders. It's based upon the belief that great leaders are made and not born. There are three main categories to this theory. The first one is task-oriented, the second is relationship-oriented, and the third one is change-oriented behaviors. A balance between these three categories would be ideal. In class we did an exercise to help us find out if we were more task-oriented or more relationship-oriented, and not to my surprise, I was more task-oriented person. Throughout my life, I feel that I have always lacked a balance between the two. But the one experience that helped me learn a lot about relationship-oriented behaviors was my internship with the Disney College program at the Disneyland Resort. I was able to develop great relationships with the other interns and my fellow cast members. We became like a family, working together, supporting each other, encouraging our developments, and recognizing our accomplishments. We were united by a shared purpose. We worked together, we learned together, and we had fun together. While I was talking to Lori about this topic, she told me that there is power in purpose, and that, as a leader, I can create the sense of purpose and bring people together to develop lasting relationships and to accomplish great things. I feel that in order to maintain a balance between task and relationship-oriented behaviors, I need to be involved in other groups and activities within the company I work for or the community that I live in. So now I'm going to talk about the second leadership theory that really stood out to me, and that's the situational leadership theory. Situational leadership includes four basic leadership styles: directing, coaching, supporting, and delegating. The most effective leadership style depends on the readiness of group members. Readiness here is defined as the extent which a staff member has the ability, willingness, and confidence to accomplish a specific task. From my work experience, an example of a mismatch of situational leadership was when I was learning to be a cook during my food and beverage internships. The cooks would tell me to do something, like prep more food, but they didn't teach me how to do it, so I had to constantly ask how to do things. They were delegating when I needed directing. A good matching of situational leadership that I've experienced was at the Disney College program. After training and working at Soaring Over California for a while, I was very confident in performing my job tasks. One time, the attraction broke down, and we all knew what needed to be done. So we carried out our breakdown procedures, and our lead, Corey, she went around and checked in on all of us to make sure that we were okay and to see if we needed help. She was excellent at coaching in the situation. So this brings me to my final conclusion. After learning so much about leadership from my HTM courses at San Diego State, my active roles in the National Society of Minorities in Hospitality, and my work experiences, I would like to share with you what I feel my leadership style is as of right now. My leadership style focuses on the power of a team, collective efforts, collective achievements, and collective success. Together, a team can accomplish so much more than a single person. Over time, I have found that my values of respect, understanding, integrity, and responsibility have shaped my perspective on leadership to focus on teamwork, because all of them, I feel, correlate to an individual's development and good work ethic. So I hope that when you see this, you'll think back and smile. I wonder where you'll be and how you've changed. Don't ever stop learning, and don't ever stop trying. And remember your values, friends, and family. So thank you. I love you, and please excuse me because I'm going to Disney World!